You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Eminem's song Lose Yourself has won so many awards, including an Academy Award for Best Original Song. So why is the song so popular? It's because the lyrics are inspiring. They're powerful. They're motivational. When I was younger, I didn't know what it meant to motivate. Sure, the definition is the general desire or willingness someone has to do something. But this definition is not a feeling. See, motivation is not something people can tell you to have. It's not a sport that can be coached or a lesson taught in a classroom. It's something that has to come from within. Right now, I want you all to think about your morning today. How motivated were you to get out of bed? Rank on your fingers from 1, no motivation at all, just wanting to hit the snooze bar, to 10, practically jumping out of bed, ready for the day. If you're a 1, I understand. Getting up in the morning is rough. If you're a 10, that's amazing. Embracing the day is incredible. Keep doing that. Even if you don't believe you have any motivation, everyone is motivated in some way, shape, or form. Most adults motivated to get their driver's license, graduate school, buy a house, start a family. Little kids are motivated to do whatever their parents tell them so they can get Magic Fountain. Teens are motivated to get that perfect group photo, or make that A-team, or even to get Victory Royale in Fortnite. Everyone is motivated for different reasons. You need motivation to accomplish your goals to have success. Rejection is something that happens to everyone, but bouncing back and finding the motivation within you to keep going, that's where it's difficult. Take Beyoncé. She was told she could not sing, but now she's a super diva, an icon. Queen Bee never gave up. Because she stayed motivated and focused on her goal, she accomplished success. Motivation was needed to prove those critics wrong and keep pushing through. Everyone else that faced rejection or failure but is now successful got to their position because they were committed to what they believed in and what they wanted to accomplish. For me, I was committed to run a half marathon. Around December, I signed up for the Superhero Half Marathon in Morristown, New Jersey that was taking place on May 20th. By signing up, I dedicated the next 5 months of my life to running. In the beginning, training was the easiest. I started making videos before and after every run. I recorded how I felt and what I was thinking. Most of my videos went something like this. So today I have to run 4.5 miles, 8 miles, 3 miles to 3 miles, 4.5 miles, 6 miles, 8 miles to 3 miles, 10 miles, 4.5 miles, 3 miles, and hopefully it goes well. It's actually pretty warm out, so it should be a pretty nice run. So it goes well. It should. I mean, I feel fine. My knee, my legs all feel good, so. I started off with a super relaxed training schedule. 1 3-mile run and 1 4.5-mile run on the weekdays, and a long run on Sundays. Every week or so, my long run would be bumped up by a mile or 2. During this period of my training, the motivation came easily. But some runs were harder than others. I would call myself a pretty athletic person. I play lots of sports, but even with doing all of that, running was still difficult. Usually, runs would end like this. Okay, well, I finished my run. Obviously, I needed to be in better shape. In order for me to train for as long as I did, and then run 13.1 miles, I had to be in incredible shape. Not only amazing mental and physical shape, but also spectacular mental shape. This was a challenge because there were times when I didn't believe in myself. Times when I thought, Summer, what is wrong with you? Why did you think you could do this? Are you insane? But it is from these moments that I know motivation is key. Motivation does drive success, and lack of motivation means lack of success. I did have lots of motivation. There were times when I truly wanted to run. Times when I'd wake up at 5:30 and run before school because I wanted to. Times when I would get home from a rough day and run and enjoy every single moment. Nobody was forcing me to run. I did it because I wanted to, because I had the motivation. But on the other hand, some days, all I wanted to do was sit on the couch and watch TV. When it would take 45 minutes to get changed and out the door, those runs were the worst. I ran, but I didn't fully enjoy it because I wasn't in a strong mindset. But it can be hard to find motivation. Motivation comes from a part of your brain called the nucleus accumbens. This is where chemical messages are sent to the rest of your brain called neurotransmitters. This is what keeps people alert, focused, and on task. So when people say, "Oh, no motivation, don't worry, it's all in your head," it's literally all in your head. According to a Forbes article on the science behind motivation, psychologists say that the way to get past this is by, instead of saying, "I need to do this, I need to be motivated," say, "I choose to do this. I choose to be motivated." I needed to say this to myself. Obstacles that I can count. My first obstacle occurred when my family went skiing over February break. Skiing meant no running. Well, actually, I could have. I could come home from a long day and run. No. I could have woken up early and run. No. So pretty much, I went the entire time not running. I had no motivation to, and so I didn't, which meant I had a lack of success. But that wasn't all. I'm sure everyone remembers the crazy weather and snowstorms we faced this year, and how outside it looked like this for several straight months. Running in this was hard. So I opened up a membership at the Y and ran on their treadmills. I needed to use motivation to change the way I achieved my goal. And then, over spring break, my family went to Florida to visit my grandma. Here I faced the challenge of running in heat. I had to motivate myself to wake up at 6 a.m. and run. If I didn't have this motivation, I would have had to run in the 85-degree weather. Thankfully, it was only 70 out. But some runs were fun. One time, I ran with my mom, and it went like this. I'm running 8 miles, and my mom is running the first 5 miles with me.
I could run it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to hide this water. Right up her mom. And she's really slow. So she likes to, like, we have different running styles. I like to go fast and take like walking breaks. She just likes to run slow the whole time. So it's a little bit annoying. But through all of that, all the highs and all the lows, I had this insane idea to run 13.1 miles and then stand up here and tell you all about it. The struggles, the downfalls, the weak points, but also the highs, the feeling of completion and achievement, and the feeling of letting everything go. Running is my escape point. It's when I forget all the trouble or drama I've gone through in a day and transfer that emotion into motivation. And from running and training, I have learned so much. First, never eat anything heavy right before a run. Piercing cramps in your stomach are not fun when you're in the middle of nowhere and you have nothing to do except keep going. And then finally, after every run, every high moment, and every low, the day I ran my race was an incredible milestone in my life. I was excited, I was nervous, I had all these different emotions going on. 5 minutes before the race started, it was pouring rain. I thought I was going to have to run in it. This is what I was thinking.
Hey Summer, how you feeling today?
Why are you so close to me? I'm good.
Thoughts before the race?
No.
Game plan?
Ooh, I don't know. Just run.
Hopefully the rain stops. It looks like it's going to be nice out.
Yeah, the rain stopped, which is good.
You going to run like an antelope?
Sure. My time was 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 56 seconds. Running for 2 hours is a huge challenge. Around the 11th mile, things got pretty rough.
I'm at mile 11, and it's really, I'm really like, as far as I've ever run before. My legs hurt so much. So the 2:15 pacer passed me, which is not good, but my legs hurt so much. I'm just trying to push through.
My legs hurt. I wanted to walk. I wanted to drop out, but I knew I had no choice but to keep going. I needed to motivate myself to finish the race. And then, finally, coming around the corner and seeing cheering fans and seeing the finish line, anticipating this moment is what helped get me through those last couple of miles. Everything moved in slow motion. The guy handing me the medal, the crowd cheering, my mom snapping photos right in front of my face. After 4 months of training was to reach this moment. Before I started running, the farthest I could run was 4 miles. And then, after all my training, I ran 13.1. Without motivation to get me through it, I don't know how I would have done it. So running a half marathon is not the end for me, I hope. I want to keep going, keep pushing myself. Who knows, maybe I'll end up running a whole marathon. The point is, don't stop when you accomplish something. Everyone has a goal or something they want to achieve, and one can't be afraid of the failures or obstacles they may face. But remember, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Walt Disney was fired from Kansas City Star newspaper because he was told he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. But he stayed motivated. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company that he created, but he stayed motivated. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was rejected by 12 different publishers, but she stayed motivated. Michael Jordan didn't even make his high school basketball team, but he stayed motivated. So stay motivated. There is no such thing as a smooth mountain. There will be bumps and ridges that you need to step over to make it to the top. So step over them. You know what's best for you. Be committed, follow that dream, and stay motivated, because the world is waiting for you. To paraphrase Eminem, lose yourself in the moment, you own it. You better never let it go. Thank you.